here and see where we go and what we end up with. Last week, Chris, why don't we have you give us a recap of last week?
I can't remember what happened this morning.
Me neither, which is why I need someone to recap last week for me. I know.
I don't remember exactly what she said, but we had that one person show up and decide that she was going to drop a fireball in the middle of the bar and incinerate everybody.
Yes, there was definitely someone who did that, and I'm pretty sure I have it right here. Here, I'm gonna keep that word really long. Here. Yes, because I do have that character. And yes, this is who had shown up and, as you said, dropped a fireball in the middle of the bar.
There was yet another debate that there was nobody in the group that has healing powers.
Well, I mean, that's a little bit of a I don't want to say good and bad thing. It's obviously pretty much a bad thing, but you haven't lost anyone that you would have to recreate characters.
But it's also not true.
Well, yes, that as well. We do have a little bit of healing. But there is also, a decent limit.
And I forget exactly how far we got into this competition. Did we make it to the last go around? Because I remember for a long time we were haggling over money and trying to point out where you were wrong.
Yes, there was quite a bit of haggling, but that was not last week. That was the week before. And last week we got through the second round of the competition. Now let's see if I remember exactly who moved on. We had. Did Alti win? Okay, she 1, 2, 3. Was it Spruce, Alti, Hoshinta, and Crazy Shags? I believe were the winners.
That sounds right. I know that I was moving on to the next round.
Yes. Yeah, I want to say, I think Alti beat Posse. No, wait, Nagatha. Nagatha, Spruce, Crazy Shags. Oh, no. And then did Alti or Posse win? I think it was Alti. I can't be 100% at this point, unfortunately. I didn't write it down. I think she beat Posse. So it's Nagatha, Spruce, Alti, and Crazy Shags that we're moving on to the round of 4 next week. Or the next day. Or week, or whatever. However you guys set it up. And so there was also some questions about what people wanted to do in terms of after the attack happened and everything was going on, meeting and kind of regrouping. That being said, what would everyone like to do? The kind of the competition happened. It ran its course for the second night. We figured out what was going on. The bar was attacked, and then that's kind of where we were. Is there anything anyone was looking to try and do, or? And based on seeing Jen's text, I don't know if she has the ability to talk, or...
I can talk. I'm here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I wasn't here in the beginning, but I am here now.
Okay. Because I knew you were here, and then when I was like, wait, and then one radio silence. What one's that? Is that you?
Right.
I'm very confused as to which ones are what, but...
I had forgotten Chris answered earlier, so that's...
Oh, okay. Okay, nice. And Andy's here, and it's... Yeah, screw him. So, is there anything you guys were looking to do after everything just happened? You guys were attacked by this random person who said something along the lines of the Faerun will destroy all, something along those lines, and then she threw some fire, people attacked her, she peaced out, and now it's just, what the hell just happened? We were just having a nice friendly bard competition for tons of gold. What's happening right now? And I think there were some things that were interested. I know, Jen, you had said something about trying to talk with, I think it was TJ's character, specifically because all of a sudden he popped out of being where he was, and I think there was kind of a, hey, what happened there? Oh good, he's back. Hey, what happened there?
Yeah, I think my primary focus at this moment in time, I'm going to want that information from Shags, but primary focus at this point in time is getting security around our 4 winners, getting them to our safe house immediately. Hopefully they're willing, and getting some sort of tracking devices on them, which I don't know if Tink can make happen, but some, or if anybody has something like Hunter's Mark or some sort of magical way to keep tabs on our bards, and then probably start to, at the safe house, talk to Shags and Agatha about where they went when they disappeared, if they know where they went, to gather any information as to who the fuck these people are and what the deal is.
Okay. Nagatha will accept going with you guys and all of that sort of stuff. What do we have? Spruce? Will Spruce might as well. I think they might all take you up on the offer for that sort of stuff. Let me see.
Tinker is very excited about that.
Ah, shit. Never mind. We almost
Also,
had.
I want you to know, I just did that in the middle of a goddamn airport, and there's
Awesome,
a lot of weird
good.
looks around me right now. So
Good,
you're welcome.
that's
Weirdos around anyway.
right. You are the least weird of the airport weirdos right now.
Exactly.
No, I would say halvesies.
Right. You're at the bottom of the top or the top of the bottom.
That's what Tinker and Spruce is all about.
Right. That was that one. Hoshinta. Who did Hoshinta? I don't remember. So, okay. We have... Okay. I'm going to say that Alti did pass, but she is... like, she's into the round of 4. Like I had said before, but she is going to pass on the detective. What? The detail, the protective detail. That's what it was. That's why I combined those. Protective detail. Ooh, 27. Let's see what she's got to counter that. So, her compromise is that she's willing to do that if she can have 2 of her crewmates can come in with her.
Not a problem.
All right, then she's in. I mean, she still wants to take care of the crew, keep them in good spirits, and these 2 guys were elected to come in, and they're like, all right, the whole crew, they can get behind that. That's fine. Now I have to find some pirates. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. I should have some stuff. But okay, so everyone, the 4 winners have come on, and they are, yeah, you know what? Sure, we'll go with this one. When am I going to use this otherwise? So the 4 winners have all come on, and they are cool with going to the safe house. Now, this safe house, is it the same one that you were using before for that you had gotten from Ranzador? And actually, I will go back to that as well in a second. I'll go back to the town map. Right after I do this, put it on this layer, go here, and show you guys the pirates.
It looks like Storm and Emma Frost.
It does. It does very so much. It's definitely Storm. I wasn't thinking Emma Frost, but once you said it, it's like, yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Right? Just different other pictures that I've saved. And I'm like, 2 pirates. And it's like, oh shit, look, there's 2 pirates. So, perfect. Okay, so that is who is coming to the hideout. So let's go back to the town and figure out, are you guys going back to this hideout? I'll do this way. And I am so excited for someone to use a cone fucking magic. Did I not move you? I just moved me. I need to move the players over. And that's why. So are you guys still going to the safe house over there where Ranzador...
Do we think our safe house is still secure? Or do we need to come up with a new safe house? I'm in favor of coming up with a new safe house. One that we haven't seen before.
I mean... So you definitely, guys, get the feeling that, yeah, maybe it is time for a new safe house with some of the things that had happened with the Theodore. It just kind of, how far into their territory do we really want to go?
Yeah, maybe new safe house, Noonarim.
Alright, so the question becomes,
Maybe our
with
man.
the lack of your bunny boy.
I don't know. Do we really want to give up our old place? It's the best.
I think you're having commitment issues right now, Tinker. It's okay. We don't have to bring toothbrushes.
Wait.
But reverse commitment issues.
Hold on. I just want to throw this out there. I am having so much fun walking through a goddamn airport, being Tinker, and having people look at me like, "What the f is going on?" when I use that.
No,
word.
that's awesome. That's excellent.
So literally, I don't care. But Tinker's just say what Tinker's gonna say, and that's it. So,
and don't worry, they can't understand you either.
Bye now.
So yeah, some a little bit like reverse commitment issues because he's too committed to staying still. But yes, without the help of your was he a rogue? I'm pretty sure he was a rogue herring-gone friend being able to do that. But was that a background thing, or was that because he was a rogue? Because could a rogue find that? Basically, I'm just curious as to the process that you're going to be using to find a safe place in Noonarum. Not that you wouldn't necessarily be able to, it's just how quickly and how secure.
Would it be a bad idea to go to the house that we go to in Noonarum? I don't know what it is. It's the large mansion, large estate.
Mansion, church, estate, wherever. Yeah. It's not that you couldn't go there. It's just kind of like you don't feel like it's necessarily like somewhere that you would. I don't want to say be welcome to stay, because it's like, okay, like you wouldn't necessarily be welcome to stay as much as like, okay, like you can, but then especially with like a group like you're bringing, you feel like it's more of, excuse me, you might have been able to do that with like your party going there and like, okay, you guys can stay here, but with the party, the security, the contestants, and everything that's going on, it's like you're bringing kind of almost like 20 people, and it's like, no, don't necessarily bring them here. It is kind of the feeling that you get, like, maybe not as loved. That would be, as I turn into Yoda a little bit.
Gotcha.
But it's
midnight to kind of help let scout out another place.
Yeah, you could definitely get something, and like I said, you guys could find something. It's not like there's nothing available ever, but it's just. Well, I'm not sure yet, but I'm just letting you know that it's like just you wouldn't feel as secure as you did like at that safe house. You might feel as secure, you might be fine, but you might not. That's all I'm saying. So, for a roll, let's go with let me see something real quick. I don't always want to go with perception, so let's go with everyone go with an investigation if you're trying to help, or just stop because Keone is just like, no, I got this. Okay, and so does Wisp. Alright. But 2 24s is enough, but like if you don't get a 24, Chris, you're kicked out of the group. Basically. But no, I mean, you guys have already gotten plenty. You guys find a place to stay. Not big money sort of thing. Actually, it's going to be you guys just find the tavern that you were gonna perform at. They have enough space. You're just able to set up over there. Everything's kind of all set with the 24. You found out the different places that it could be, and you looked into it. You guys got all set, especially with two 24s back to back. You're able to find something. Everything's all set. You guys were able to sleep through the night. You feel secure. Not that you've already slept if you wanted to talk and whatever. So you guys find lodging. What are you looking to do now?
No, 20
Lucifer.
years later.
Yeah. Louis Cypher, you are over at the original safe house, finding out it is now just a house and it's less safe. With a halfling too. So, yeah, you guys are able to find a safe house in Noonarum. Nice little tavern. They've got some places that you guys can stay around the tavern. It's not necessarily at the tavern because there's so many people, but you guys are able to comfortably get everything all set and situated. So you guys can, if you want to just call it for the night and just take a long rest and figure out what's going on, great. If not,
I would like to take a long rest so I can get my healing abilities back.
We're definitely going to be on watches. So we're going to
Okay.
do watches. But yeah, whoever needs a long rest will get one.
all right. Who is taking watch?
I'm amped up. I'll definitely be on first watch.
Okay. I'll do 2 hours each, so I would need 4 of them. So if you want, you guys can each just take one. So first watch is taken. You'll do which one?
I'll take the last one so I can get the.
All right, Tom and TJ, 2 and 3.
I volunteer Tinker.
Yeah, Wisp is like, woo, I'm exhausted.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta rest my voice for tomorrow.
Yeah. Wisp is performing,
Actually, that's a
so-
good point.
Bortle has one.
Yeah, I was gonna say Bortle. All right, so you can just roll for Bortle then, TJ.
All right.
But yeah,
I can't roll anything where I'm at. But all right.
All right, so who's taking second and third, Bortle or Tinker? Which one are you guys grabbing? Okay. You said you had a question, Jen?
Yeah. I do also, before we go to sleep, want to find out from Shags and Nagtha
Right.
as to what they experienced when they disappeared from our view.
I'll let you know that I'm not exactly sure. I think it was a pocket dimension, or that lady who started attacking brought us inside of her mind. One of the two. Being can go into this, and I bring up my ring, but I think it was different. I wasn't on the plane. When I go in here, I'm on the same plane. Wherever I was somewhere different.
Not on this plane of existence, gotcha.
I think. I'm not sure if
What
there's
did
a way.
you see literally around you? Did you see everything was gray, or were you in something that looked like a room, or?
I did see Negatha. I did see her.
Okay.
We were able to talk, but we were kind of in a void. There was some light, but there wasn't really anything filling it.
It was
so there wasn't a clear
almost,
source of light, but everything was illuminated.
yeah, like it was almost like a black, like shifting void of like 10 by 10, like 15 by 15, sort of like it was shifting and amorphous. And when Shags tried to leave, he walked out, and it's not like he kept walking away from me, but we stayed the same distance. And this is Nagatha explaining her perspective, kind of reflecting the same sort of stuff that Shag slash St. Louis slash Wisp has just conveyed, but also just kind of her perspective as St. Louis tried to walk away. It was just not making any sort of progress.
Okay. And an amorphous void, meaning like there were no clear walls or floors or windows or doors.
Yeah, it
or
was
any
kind
sense
of
direction other than up and down.
right. It was almost like a bubble with the edges constantly shifting.
Okay. Do I remember seeing any sort of necklace on that bitch?
I don't know if you did, but give me a history check. You do remember seeing a necklace. Was there something you were looking for in particular?
No, I'm just what they're describing seems like exactly what St. Louis said, like a pocket dimension or something. So I'm just wondering if she was wearing something um that allowed her to store people for later. And my go-to was a necklace. So I'm just trying to remember the items that I maybe saw on her. I know she was carrying a staff. If she actually was
Yes.
carrying a staff, right? Okay.
She was carrying a massive staff.
Okay.
Yes, let's do a quick little.
I mean, I remember her picture. I just didn't know how accurate that picture was.
Right. Most of the time with these, it's just like, yeah, that's sure, we'll go with that's accurate. Sure, I'm not gonna fill in the details. So yes, you do remember that she was wearing a necklace. Yeah, you're not exactly sure if that might have been the source of it. You definitely have a feeling that was probably filled with magic, at least of some sort, and there may have been potential, like some sort of potential with it, but you're not sure exactly if that was the source of the kind of dimensional storing sort of thing, or if it was something else.
She could have done like a banishment spell on them or something. And then
You guys definitely have the knowledge.
That required concentration.
Right. And you do know that whatever she did to cast them wherever, however, whatever, she did lose that through concentration, through losing concentration. You saw that she got hit by a fire spell from some guy, and then she lost the concentration from that.
And from what I saw of her, would I be able to determine what race she is?
it's you're having some difficulty with it. You're able to narrow it down, you feel like it's something like maybe tiefling or something. You feel like it's somewhere around those lines. Specifically because you see her pinkish purple skin and her horns, and you go, well, I mean, well, that's a tiefling. But yeah, it's not.
Those don't look
You
like
feel
tiefling hordes I've ever seen.
right, and that's where it's like, well, what could she be? You know, and there's like, so if you wanted to like try to, you could start to think about it, but like you do have like a feeling of some, but there's something off, like tiefling. I don't know if it's, you know, and also what she was saying, that the Faerun, yeah, like, what is that a tiefling thing? Is that,
Yeah,
you know,
do
kind
I
of?
recognize Faerun at all?
No, you guys are like, fucking, why did we just get blown up for something we don't even know what you're talking about? That's kind of a dick move. At least in this town.
Yeah. I mean, when I first saw her, honestly, I just thought she was a seamstress because she's walking around with scissors hanging off of the belt. So I was like, oh, she's here to make costumes. No.
Oh, she's here to make costumes. Burn. All right. That's way meaner.
She's here to steal our shit. That's where the scissors. That's why she has scissors.
Right.
She stole somebody. She stole them from somebody. Ah.
Right. So yeah, there's something, I mean, especially with what just happened, the boldness of just kind of showing up in some crowded place where you guys weren't the only like warriors, it seemed like, who were there, and just to attack out of nowhere.
Yeah, some badass shit.
Yeah. Actually, give me. No, you know what? You already reached out to Midnight, so you already got the down low that, hey, there's been some stuff like that happening. All over town. There's been some things of the Faerun kind of pulling shit all over town. Like, not just you guys were somewhere like right here last night. Actually, let's go. You guys were right here last night. Am I on the wrong layer? I am. Third time's the charm. So you guys were over here, but there was incidents that happened, you know, over in Theodar. Some happened up in, you know, up north of Noonarum, or maybe just in northern Noonarum, depending on where you guys are saying. Nothing happened up here in like the main whatever island, you know, higher up section, but there were a few incidents, you know, like 4 or 5 of things happening like that, and the Faerun apparently having some shit happen and announcing their presence and then kind of disappearing, and like, what the hell? So you guys are aware that some shit happened in addition to just, you know, what you guys had to deal with.
On the same night?
The same night.
So the attacks were
Coordinated?
yeah, and they were they all at sort of common gathering places, and were they all against other performers?
No, they weren't all against other performers. They did have multiple things where it was it was mostly at gathering places, like that's where there was any sort of what it seemed like. Midnight will tell you is something about the idea of like some sort of like announcing their presence, it seems like, to the most amount of people, which is weird because there's the consistent thing is, that the Faerun will destroy all, and then they do some destroying, and then they go off. So, like, what are we supposed to regroup and some stuff, or it just very odd? But yes, they were all at like bigger-ish gatherings.
And
Can
were
I-
they
can I-
all... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, can I throw something in to make this super surreal and ridiculous? So,
Oh, can you?
so first of all, this is just to be expected for me, I know. But as I am walking through, taking another lap through the DC airport, there are all of these signs and like pamphlets and everything about Misty Copeland. And for anyone who doesn't know, Misty Copeland is this amazing person who is like the first nationally recognized black ballerina that has made it to the American ballerina like stage, like for international events and everything. And so there's all these like Misty Copeland's thing. And as I'm walking through this, and Kevin's like, you see this and you're not sure what it is and all this, I just imagine Tinker sees these things if it was in the game going,
I can be that. I can be that.
and that's what I'm bringing to the table. And now I'm going to mute again.
Okay, so Tinker is dancing around like a ballerina, upset that he hadn't entered into the contest 2 nights ago because he feels, I definitely could have taken this thing. Even though there's no evidence to support that. But that's okay. There's no evidence to say that you're exactly wrong. Maybe you could have. There's nothing saying you can't roll a bunch of 20s in a row. So, Tinker is doing his dance. Everyone else, so, I'm sorry, Chris, you would ask the question, correct? I want to make sure I answered that. I might have, but...
I did.
You said something. Maybe it wasn't a question.
I was being a wise ass to Tom.
Oh, good. Okay. Now I'm just happy about that. So where were we? We were. You were finding out about the other incidents that happened that same night, which was tonight, last night, somewhere in there. We're kind of obscured.
Were they
Before the long
were they
rest.
just bloody? I mean, they killed a lot of people at our location. Did a lot of people die at the other locations?
Yeah, there were a handful of deaths that happened pretty much everywhere. It wasn't. It didn't seem like it wasn't a massive, like, all people who were there were annihilated at any or every or any of the events. It was kind of just like a handful of people died at each one, and then half or more people made it out, and that's kind of where the word spread from there.
And these attacks happened in Theodar, Boyden, and Unarim?
Yes.
And Midnight has never heard of Faerun either?
No.
Do I know of any facility in our little township that is like a library or a place of higher learning or has people in it that are much smarter than me?
I mean, there's not really like a place specifically for that. There are obviously most of the things are kind of information gathering places. But that being said, there are, of course, needs for wizards and that sort of thing at all of the highest places, because if one guy hires a wizard and they can sneak a peek at all your plans and then they can gain an advantage because of that, well, I need to hire a wizard to make you not be able to do that. So there is a need for wizards all over the place. And so there are high-ranking wizards that each of the factions have access to, but not like a school or college or like a library. Like the library that you guys went into might be one of the better ones, and you saw how that was all set up, if you guys remember.
Yep.
So not really anything too great that gives you too much, for information in terms of like, this is a central, intelligence information.
CII.
Right. Yeah, all I could think of was, don't say agency, don't say agency, don't say agency. It's like, thing. It's like, nailed it. Good job. So you do have, like, maybe some access to maybe a wizard or two that could potentially give you some stuff, but
to wizard, they're usually pretty fucking smart. So if I have access to a wizard, I'll definitely take that access and see if this wizard has ever heard of the Faerun.
okay. You wouldn't be able to get in touch with them tonight.
That's fine.
I've heard of that shit. Maybe.
I thought you were
Jeez.
going back on mute.
Shut up. But yes.
Don't ballerinas not sing or talk or something? I don't know shit about ballerinas, but okay, so with that being said, if you had any more questions or anything like that, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to say we are going to do some perception checks for everyone taking watch. Where do we end up? Do we have was Bortle doing the second watch?
Yeah.
So in which case we've got Keone, Bortle, Tinker, and Louis Cypher.
I'm going to give Bortle the ring that I'm sleeping in. That I'll give
Like-
him the ring first.
The one for your, like, he gets extra stuff, right?
Yeah, that's my
Okay.
totem, and also extra dimension pocket thingy. With genies, that's my
Right.
lamp.
Okay. Just the way you were saying stuff, I'm like, wait, the ring that you're sleeping... What? That you're sleeping in? It's like,
Yep.
okay. And it's like, okay, like, actually the ring that you're sleeping in. All right.
Yes, 100%.
All right, cool. Now, is this separate from the ring of you give them extra stuff?
No, I'm hoping to make it all just in one.
Okay.
I mean, one of them is. I mean, it's all based off of the Warlock class, but like
Yep.
one of them is. Let me see. One of them I get because of like Warlock Genie, and the other thing I get because of like Totem. So I'm just hoping to make it the same entity, and then that's why I went with Totem, is to like up the power of. I'm trying to figure out the word that they're using.
Because I'm probably gonna say, yeah, that's awesome. That's absolutely. I just wanna.
My Genie Vessel is the same thing as my Talisman. That's what they call it.
Your patron is a genie. Bottled respite. No, those. What? Okay, so is one of them the racial trait?
None is
Or no?
the racial trait. They're both class traits.
Okay.
So it's under Genie Warlock or Genie Kind. There's Genie's Vessel. So that's what I'm using this for. And then, what's it called? Pact Boon. I chose Talisman. And yeah.
Oh, okay. So is Talisman was just gonna be Chain or the other one?
Yeah, like Chain I would
Tome?
get Familiar.
Chain or Tome, right?
Tome I would get a book.
Right,
And then,
with all the spells.
Yeah. And then
Okay, and then
Lady
Talisman's just the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
Where have the Talisman? Okay, so alright. You magically vanish. Remains in space. Okay, 20 by 20. Resembles your vessel. Okay, so it's just kind of like a ring house. Interior is appointed with cushions. It's excellent. Bonus action. And then Talisman is just...
Yeah. They don't let me go back and forth too many times. I can only do this like once, but I think that's for like feature or like combat sake.
Right.
I'm hoping to like jump in and out of it, but you know, if I find that like to me it doesn't seem overpowered, but I'm sure the reason they limited it is because someone found like an exploit.
a way that... Yeah, exactly.
So like that's the only reason I'm guessing. I'm not aware of the exploit just yet, but I mean, as long as I can take my long rest in here and then use this, you know, I don't know when I'll actually use it outside of this, unless I'm just trying to run and hide, but yeah.
Because all I can think of is like, if it's like, oh, I pop in, I pop out, I pop in, I pop out, like, and I'm casting spells every time I pop out, but it's like you still have to use an action, and even if you pop in, like an enemy just runs over to the ring and just fucking whips it.
Yeah, if they see it, it would put it in danger, and
yeah, and you know, just stuff like that. So yeah, I don't think I would be so opposed to like you can go in there like more than once sort of thing, and we'll just see how that goes, because I don't see it being like a, oh my god, that's ridiculous, that's too much. It's like, okay,
all I'm saying is
you can go in the ring.
Anytime you can be like, yeah, that's too many times or something like
Right.
that. But
yeah, and
so
we'll
for
just
now,
see.
during the long rest, because I think just at
And
this
you're
level,
limited based on the number of hours. Jeez, why though?
Yes.
Like, I get it, kind of, I guess. Like,
well,
putting it in, like, Tomb. Because now I've got a nice, comfortable area.
Yeah, I only need to... I only need 6 hours to sleep out of the 8. or whatever, like technicality wise. So hey,
Right.
I can sleep in this the whole time. So that's what I'm going for.
Right.
Gave him the ring. I'm still
Yeah,
technically
now you can, yep.
here, and I think that I can still perceive around the vessel. But I'm going to be snoozing in there. So even if Bortle's in trouble, you know,
Yeah.
I
Oh
might
well.
have a disadvantage
This.
on my already poor perception.
Right.
So.
EOP.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like you can. Oh no. While inside, you can hear the area as if it were in its around your vessel, as if you were in its space. But so you can hear it, but that's it.
Yeah, you know, keep that.
So,
open
yeah,
just to disturb myself.
You can be aware, so you can just be, oh my god, shut up! I'm trying to sleep, as Bortle's being killed.
Yes.
All right, cool. So you are in your ring that Bortle is currently wearing. Yeah, I select them. Oh, that's why. Go to this one. Gather people together. That's too much. So... Okay, so now we're at the point of everyone is taking the rest and taking the what's the word I'm looking for? Perception check. Perception check challenge. So first we have Keone, followed by Bortla, then Tinker, and Lucifer. Louis Cipher. Trying to say it how Chris says it, because I've given it too much of a cipher. Ha. Alright, Keone with a 10. Second shift. Bortle, aka TJ.
That was me.
Yes.
Portal reset.
Okay. So Bortle, maybe he's getting some extra help from the ring or something. Who? Not sure. But maybe because, like, all right, TJ, what the fuck? What did you? Oh no, this was not TJ. I was almost gonna blame TJ, but it's definitely Jen that put something into Discord a while ago. But still, like, what the fuck am I looking at when I'm looking over there?
Wait, what?
Sexy green.
Oh. Right.
Like I don't know what the, and then like the left eye like kind of does this little like I have to stop it. Where was I? So maybe it's the ring or something, but Bortle just seems a bit more alert, and he hears something outside, and he goes and like looks out the window, and yeah, so he looks out the window and he sees a shadow that's kind of out there kind of looking around, but then it glances up and sees Bortle and takes off.
Okay.
Nothing happens, but he's gonna inform you guys of that sort of stuff. That just, hey, there was this that happened. Oh, I say that, but I mean, I only say that because Eric isn't here. But TJ, you're playing Bortle. You can have him just not tell anyone. Who gives a shit? So, yeah, he notices this. There was something, and he definitely kind of noticed that, like, it was whatever the shadow was kind of like lurking around and was just noticed and took off, like almost amateurish in like how it was going about things, and especially with just like taking off, just kind of seen and everything. But yeah, that's kind of what Bortle saw. Third is Tinker, who just came back to us. Perception check.
I guess Bortle would tell Tinker in passing, even though he doesn't really know what that would do to Tinker.
Okay.
But I think he would mention it to him. But I would really want to tell Keone that, but maybe just in the morning.
Tinker, do you have a way to roll perception? Otherwise, click. It is raining heavily outside right now.
Yep.
So while Tinker's character loads, I'm just going to inform you guys of the weather, and that's all. It's also dark out.
Hey, you sons of bitches, I'm getting on a plane. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Alright. Bye, Tom. And he's gone already. So, Tinker is not loading. I don't know why. That's annoying. Because I will roll... I'll just roll a d20 for him, see what's going on. I think he has a pretty decent perception, and I think that puts him into the 20s. And with that, he is very sure that he doesn't really see much throughout the night. He's alert for it, but nothing, especially after Bortle explained to him that he just saw some sort of shadow or something like that. There's nothing really that he kind of dealt with or anything like that, and it ended up being a 19. So yeah, he's pretty confident with it. And then we go to who is it? Louis Cypher. 14. Yeah, you're pretty sure. Really, not much happens as well. A pretty uneventful night, considering how eventful the night had been. So you guys wake up in the morning. Long rest, so you guys can get all your spells back, take all your healing, and yes, I think think that's it. So what are you guys looking to do now? And I know that TJ, you were saying that Bortle would probably tell Keone in the morning. So if you wanted to pass that information along now, or not.
Bortle will mention the shadow that he saw last night to the group.
What was that? Shadow? What? Please explain.
He thought it was some kind of entity, right?
Yeah, it was definitely a humanoid that he saw while he was looking out the window, and it was definitely like skulking around, and when he went to the window and like looked out, the shadow noticed him and took off running.
Okay, so it was like
It wasn't like an actual
corporeal
shadow. He just
creature.
couldn't.
Right, it was a corporeal creature in the shadow.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been like a human, or an elf, or whatever, that sort of thing, and
No
just
identifying details. Can you just any identifying markers?
it wasn't really something that he could get like really any sort of glimpse on. It was dark. The person or whatever it was sticking to the shadows, so it was mostly just that kind of Bortle noticed the movement more than anything within the shadows, and kind of spooked it. And whoever it wasn't dumb enough where they ran into the light to be observed, but they were obviously not good enough to not have been observed in the first place.
And they were obviously because as soon as Bortle went to the window, they took off. So they were literally staring at our window.
Yeah, pretty much. Like that's kind of that's basically what Bortle was observing.
What the fuck, guys?
Like he was kind of just going around, and then it's just like one of those things where he's looking out the window and just checking and just what is up with that? Like, why something's off here? And then he noticed something a little bit, kind of got a little bit closer to the window, checked it out, and because it just his instincts and like, hey, what's going on there? And as soon as he did that, it was kind of like the shadow whoever it was just kind of oh crap, they see me, I'm out of here before anything happens and this gets worse.
And you only noticed that once with one creature.
Yes.
One time.
No one else noticed anything else throughout the night. And it's some pretty decent rolls. Not all of them were amazing, but some of them were pretty good. And yeah, there was only really the one that you guys have a feeling of really anything on, and you don't know whether malicious or benevolent or whatever it is. Maybe it's just a crazed fan. Maybe it's someone who is out to try and probably worst case scenario that you guys have already thought of, and that's why you have security. But you don't know any of the motivations, but something. There's something.
Yeah, don't like that at all. We literally just got the safe house. We were pretty secure that it was a safe house, and they know exactly what window to look at. Looking for us.
It wasn't exactly a safe house because it was kind of like
A public tavern.
Through the tavern. Yeah, like you're pretty safe, like you feel pretty safe, which is where it's like what the hell? Like, which is exactly what you're feeling. Like, that's what you're saying. It's like, yeah, what is going on with that? So,
does anybody in our group have anything that can be used to track someone?
I do not believe so.
TJ definitely does.
I need to see them.
Okay.
But once
And I
see
need to
them,
hurt them.
Yeah.
And then how long does that last for?
An hour.
I mean, I really don't like our people getting abducted, and I feel like that's kind of been a theme to this adventure. So I would love to, at some point in time, be able to like have some sort of tracking devices on each other where the others can locate them.
Has it been people getting abducted or Tinker?
Well,
because Tinker being abducted 8 times shouldn't work against the average that hard. He earns those.
Abducted like 7 times.
Right. And one other person. Jeez.
All right, I hear you. I mean, I'm just afraid we're going to lose somebody actually important.
We can look at trying to get like sending stones or something like that.
Yeah, that would good.
Get those burner stones.
Yeah, burner stones.
All right, so what are sending stones? Sending stones.
They are magical items that you can send a message. I think there's like a limit, like 25 words that you can speak into it, and then the other person receives it. And I don't know if it's just one, or if you can, if you have to re-up your minutes or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, hold on.
Verizon does run sending stones, so...
It's once a day. Once a day.
Yeah. Okay. So, like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what this was from. But, so they come in pairs, apparently. And so it's like, so you have to have, everyone has their own, but then they have to give one to everyone else. So, Keone has one for Bortle, one for Tinker, one for St. Louis, and one for Louis Cypher. So she's carrying 4 of them. So, like, if someone calls her, and then she's like, this, hello? No? Okay, no, sorry, Tinker. No, not you. Jesus Christ, no, fuck.
My stones are labeled.
Right. Was it, fuck, which one? Oh, God, no, not you, Tinker. Fuck, I'm putting it in this pocket. Like, just green ones. Right, just all of them are marked and stuff.
Color coordinated.
but just they're like 2-way radios or something. But instead of like having a group, you only have this one. So like you have to have the different individual ones. But no, we can play around with those. Okay. Because I'm looking at this on D&D Beyond as I'm reading it, and then I just scrolled down, and someone said, alternatively, Rocky Talkies, and that's excellent. So, yeah, sending stones are something that you guys could potentially get if you wanted, and we could set it up so that instead of they come into a pair, they come in a group of 5, and then we kind of figure out, I don't know the price and everything. Sending
right.
is
Tinker will say that he can definitely make it.
Right, of course. And then I say, how? And he's like, well, so with my artificer's tools. It's like, okay.
Tools, job.
And a bag of flour I got.
Right. This thing that allows me to make tools, I would like to use to make literally anything. It's like, okay. That's a little using that very vaguely. So now the question becomes wondrous.
I don't have my contacts does everything for me.
Right? Yes, exactly. I would like to anything, please. Midnight. So for 5 sending stones, let's see what are these gonna be? Uncommon. What's a price point for uncommon? Uncommon items, 5 each cost. Yeah, sure, something. It's in there's something about that in, I believe, the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yeah, there would be.
At least like a
I'm
range-ish.
pretty sure it's like around 500 or something, or up to 500 for uncommon. And then
Yeah, is it the like
then it jumps
250 to 500, and then the next one's like 500 to 1,000 or whatever.
I can see what let's see.
Types of treasure. Magic gemstones. So many gemstones. Yeah.
Magic item prices.
Hi, kitty.
Let's see. DMG 101 to 500 in price for sending stones. I have looks like this one. Interesting. One source has this as 2,000, and then another source has it as 500, and a lot of the sources have it between, like, right around 500 for the pair. And if we're doing it as like a group, then, you know, and we have 5 people, then 5 or 100 per stone or something. But completely up to you. That's just what this source is saying. So
Yeah, and it's saying 500.
yep, there's one source that says they put it at 2,000, but 500, DMG 101 to 500.
So I'm thinking.
Side 100 to 600. Yeah.
I'm thinking kind of like a 1,500 for the 5 of them. That gives that like idea of, since they come in a pair for 500, the 250 each. So that brings us to 1,250, and then with the addition of the extra magic to kind of make it so that you guys have like all of you can communicate. And what I'll do is I'll say all of you can communicate once using your magic stone if we get these. So you have one use of your magic stone, so you can send that to the group, you can send it to any one or multiple. So like if Keone just wants to send something to Bortle and Tinker, she can use her one message for the day to send it just to those two. And like you basically, the one issue is you get the one message per day, and it looks like it's a 3rd level because it's sending, and you can just send that wherever. There's no...
And can we use Tinkers while he's sleeping?
I hope so. So then no one... Actually, you know what? You could drop the price down by just not getting Tinker one.
We all look at Keone. Thoughts?
I actually think not getting him one is a good idea.
I think it's a good idea too, and we can say that his own, and then talking into that.
Yeah, we could just give him one. Give him a stone. That
Just
isn't
give him a rock. Like, all of yours have faces on them and they're glowing, and he just has a fucking rock. All of them have, like, a blue glow around them and, like, a face, and you have to, like, press the nose to activate it. And his is just a shitty rock. It's not even, like, a cool, like, smooth rock or anything. You're just like, this one, idiot, shut up.
Make it work.
Okay.
We believe in you.
We'll like draw a face on it with chalk.
Okay, so if you guys actually wanted to do that, the price, yeah, if it's just for 4, let's say, 1,200. And I don't know how much money you guys even have, and if that's like a thing yet. There is definitely gold that will be getting earned soon. If I haven't given you guys any money at all, which I might not have at all.
You've given us like 100 for some reason, and I've had this since the beginning, and I don't know why, because I thought you gave us some starting gold. I have 615 recorded on my sheet and 4 silver, and then that's what I have. Because I thought you had to start with 500, but then we had but I remember there being some confusion about that. Portal has 548 gold, 10 silver, and 5 copper pieces. So
Tinker has 0.
That much we know. That much
yes,
for sure.
I do know that.
All of his funds to get out of jail.
Right.
And that was the goal that he earned. Well,
I have 460. Right, that's true. Actually, the gold he earned is what was spent on that. He might have. Oh no, you guys made this character sheet have 0 gold. That's right.
Yes.
I have 462 gold. So if we pooled our money, we could afford it. Now, if we wanted to.
Yeah, if we want that as a backup.
If but would a Sendy Stone have worked in your little pocket dimension that you were in, or would it not have?
I don't know the description. Let me look it up. Manage sending.
The target, if no creature bears a stone... No, wait, I thought I just... No, sending. It was on the sending. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane, there's a 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
Okay, well, that's not bad.
I'm still on the same plane, I think, even though I'm in like this little pocket space, because I can still hear within this world anyway. Like I know my surroundings from the ring.
Like your thing? Yeah, absolutely. You would still be on this. Okay, yes.
Fine, but like where you were taken by the.
Okay, yeah, so we are talking about that as well. Okay, I was like, oh wait, hold on. We're talking about something else. But okay, I'm on the same page then. Yes, because Jen, I think he is right in this circumstance that he was kind of on the, was he? Shit, I'm not sure if he was. And I feel like if I don't, who would? But as far as TJ, what you're saying about your ring, yes, absolutely. You are still definitely able to receive it. And you guys aren't sure exactly what would have happened if you attempted to send a message either from or to the, wherever Crazy Shags was at the time. So, are you guys making a purchase?
Yeah, does that sound like it puts your mind at ease, or are you looking for something else?
No, I think it's a good idea for now. It's something that we could afford. Obviously, there would be other better options, but they're going to be much more expensive and much more challenging to come across. So I think, yes, that would help to put my mind at ease for now, for sure. Whether or not we as a party want to spend $1,200 on that, that's still up for debate. And whether or not we want to spend that now or after we actually get a payday, also up for debate. I was just throwing it out there because I don't like our people getting snatched and us having no fucking idea where the hell they are. So
Yeah.
Either way, like if we don't want to do the sending stones, totally get it, and I'm fine with it. We'll proceed. If we do want to invest, then I'm also willing to invest in that.
Works for me.
I'm good with what everybody wants.
So how much would that be per person? So
It'd be 1,200 divided by 4, so 300 each.
cool. All right, we can knock that down then.
Does Lucifer have 300 gold?
Yep.
Okay. Kevin, just tell us when to deduct that gold.
All right. So yeah, if you guys are doing that, then absolutely, you guys. However, if you guys all have the 300, perfect. You can take the 300. You guys now have sending stones. That. Oh my God! Stop being such a tank. Sorry, my screen's getting warped from my fucking cat rubbing into it. You guys all have sending stones that you can cast the spell sending once per day to anyone else who has a sending stone that is paired to it, which is, the three of you and Bortle. And Tinker has a rock. I kind of absolutely love the fact that this just like, no, Tinker's not part of that. No, if we got him a stupid fucking phone, he would send us a message every fucking day with some stupid bullshit using all 25 words that are just all annoying. No.
Up, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
Right. Do those count as words? Shut up.
These are our rocks. These things are designed to eat up minutes.
Yeah. To listen to your telephone communication messages. So, alright, so you guys all have sending stones. You all are able to do that. That kind of, you could have gone to the, to the magic store, got that taken care of in the morning. If there's anything you guys are looking to do and take care of for the night, or until the night, because tonight is the finals of the Bardic tournament. If you guys have anything you're looking to do, let me know. If not, okay. That was really quick. Where'd you find this? So, obnoxious ringtone that you can't work out how to change. This is excellent. Keone is definitely an old lady. She's just a fucking boomer assassin. Just like, oh no, I don't know. Hold on. Use a big fine woman wants to back that thing up. It's like, no, I'm trying to give my grandchildren pie. And I feel okay. I mean, you don't have to, but I would love to have, if you guys wanted to throw out some sort of quirk for your sending stone, or come up with something. I love that idea. Again, you don't have to.
Great reception everywhere except your headquarters.
It's a flip stone. Okay, that one's sometimes picks up other magical conversations. Okay. So yeah. Is there anything you guys are doing during the night or during the day as you prep for the finals of the Bardic tournament? You've got the final four. I'm gonna have to. TJ, roll me a d4, please.
Yeah, if we're all doing our own thing, kind of, I do want to see if there's anybody in town who can do the magical tattoos.
Okay. So. Well, hold on. First, Tinker has to make the gender swapping belt. Then he has to put it on. Then he can get his vaginal tattoos. Okay? It's a process. So, you... versus... So let's see if you can find some... why don't you give me an investigation check and see if you might be able to find a tattoo person. And that is also... Those are the... that's the setup for the tournament. Hardy Eric's versus Crazy Shat. Holy shit. Yeah, you find the tattoo place by walking around the corner and go, oh, right there. Good thing we slept. Oh, I actually slept in the top floor of a tattoo parlor. Hey, how's it going?
All right, good to know.
Yeah. So you know exactly where it is. It is going to cost different money depending on the magical effect that you might be looking to do, but you found it right away. It's right there. It's like, hey, you look like you have some tattoos. Do you know somewhere I can get a tattoo? You ask someone who's in a tattoo parlor.
Why come you no tattoo?
Why come you don't have a tattoo? Not sure. So, is there anything like a specific effect you're looking to get or try or something?
No, those are a couple that I was looking at.
Okay.
One thing
Yeah, so
are they permanent or are they like one-use things? Some of them seem.
I know there's some that I know, like I have on my character in TJ's game that I just had. I think I got like a +1 to my unarmed attacks or whatever it was. So, and that's just that is a permanent one, unless TJ tells his dick and tells me that it's not. It's like that's a permanent one. No, it's not. Fuck. Why'd I spend so much money on it? So, but so that one's like a permanent one for 3 hours, and yeah. So I haven't looked into the tattoos myself, so ask and I'll let you know. I'll probably have to figure it out, but like the price and whether or not it's a permanent or temporary or anything. Yeah, we'll go through everything before you pull out your gold purse. So, is there anything else people are looking to do? Because what I'm feeling like is now that it's 11, we could try and go into it, or I'm thinking we could save the finals now that you guys got all your sending stones and all your communication devices. Sorry, I'm almost wondering if maybe in the future you guys can pay a little bit more money to have your sending stones upgraded a little bit. And it wouldn't be as much because it wouldn't be as strong, but to have like the ability to send message, which is a cantrip. So it might be something where it's like, I don't know, maybe 50, maybe 100 gold, and then you're able to just send messages to each other kind of at will. And by kind of, I mean completely at will. But I only say that because I imagine you guys kind of standing around with your newly acquired sending stones, just like all set on floor A. It's like, why are you using letters?
You want us to buy unlimited minutes? I get it.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Would it be a message instead of sending? Because message has a certain.
So you would have both.
Plan.
Right. Okay. So the unlimited family plan actually comes with. So that would be instead of sending, but it wouldn't replace sending. So you guys could have message. So like if someone was within, I think it's like 30 feet or whatever, 30 or 60 like or something.
100 feet or something.
Yeah. So it's limited. So you could still use sending to send it like, where the hell is this guy? We don't know. I can't reach him with my 100 or 60 feet or whatever. So I'm going to send actual sending to him. But then you guys also would have the ability to just send messages. Again, this might be just like you were saying, where maybe we'll wait for a payday to make that investment. But
how much was the upgrade?
I'm not sure yet. But
okay.
But I just
I
as
think that's a good idea.
Okay.
So yeah, get back to us with some numbers, and we'll see when we want to do that. But it's a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't think you guys would hate that. Or I'm just trying. No, actually, these ones are different messaging stones. So again, I'm just kind of piling stones on you guys. By the end of the campaign, it's just like, geez, how many stones do I have? Hold on. Here's my one to get back to this town. So yes, I will figure that out. I'll figure something, and then I'll give you guys a price, because that would be good, as long as Tinker doesn't have one, and then
Right, because then that would be fucking
right.
annoying.
The entire thing about these that makes them any amount of value is that they are not cursed by Tinker having one. Once Tinker can afford anything, it just ruins everything else.
We'll just have to. Well, Tinker will do a fine job of just keeping himself broke.
I have no doubt of that.
How come I didn't get one? It's because you didn't have the money. You spent it on
Right,
flour.
No.
Exactly.
He gets one. He has
You
a
spent it
rock.
on flour
Nobody
and
say anything.
Yeah, no, and
just let him talk into this rock. We will not say anything. As far as
all I'm
everyone.
saying is this will last so long, especially if we get up to it, so that we can use it whenever we want. He's like, how can you guys don't do it?
Well, I mean, I think it's totally reasonable that we don't answer him.
like that. Like,
he's just
I feel
we're not answering him.
right. How long is it gonna take Tom the player to realize that Tinker the character is not actually sending any of these messages?
Well, we could definitely do some. We could throw some actual coinage in a pot and take bets. how many games will it take for Tom to realize Tinker does
it
not
gets to
have
the
some?
point of there's so much money in the pot that you could have just bought him one, but you're obviously absolutely against that.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
It's like, oh no, we're not. It's not games. Okay, all right. You're ruining the fun when you're trying to get Tinker involved. Okay. So
I definitely want to up security, so I'm going to have an intensive conversation with Louis Cipher in regards to the security of the place that we're going to be performing tonight.
Okay.
And how did the tiefling make her appearance last night? Like, did she just appear, or did she walk into the place?
She just appeared.
Because
Okay.
I was standing in the doorway, so.
Okay. So
Yes.
she just totally fucking materialized.
Yes.
And maybe then today we can acquire the services, being that I wanted to find a mage and talk to them about the Faerun or whatnot. Maybe we can acquire their services to put some sort of, like, I don't know, ward or protection or something, so people can't just vamp into our establishment.
Okay.
So I guess that will kind of be my pre-mission today before our thing. And I think that we should wait for all of the party members to actually be on before we have the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. So it sounds like we have a pretty decent plan. I will get back to you with the price on messages. And you have your minutes that you can send for sending. You have to get a text plan for your messages, and you have to keep it secret from Tinker. So those are your sending stone items. I will figure out the pricing for the messages, like I said. Also, we'll figure out what we're doing with getting a wizard that can do some warding, maybe answer some questions. And then we'll just get everyone on, and we'll have the finale of the Bardic tournament to see who wins, who gets the jackpot, and what's going on. And I don't know if you guys saw, but Artie Eriks versus Crazy Shags is going to be the first match, and then Spruce and Nagatha finish up the semifinals, and then the winners of each go on to determine who's going to win the whole thing. So we'll see.
For next week.
Yeah, to do the actual finals, I think, and like Jen said, we'll get everyone on for the finals, and then we'll go from there. And then we'll see what the finals bring.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So if there's nothing else anyone can think of at the moment, we'll pause there, and then we'll jump in next week, as we said, with the finale of the Bardic Tournament, and then see where that goes, who wins, who's getting a jackpot, who's
Also,
and what happens with.
We need to figure out payment and admission income for Nunarim as well.
Yes.
Just also putting it on the table. Okay.
Yes, and one of the things I'll just say this because if anyone wasn't doing anything for the day, if they wanted to go out and try and advertise, that might increase some of the audience for and the whole crowd for this finale of this big epic tournament that people are people have been talking about, but also other things have also been talked about, like the attacks. But hey, this is maybe a break from the attacks, so
Seems like it might hurt our business.
well, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be more of a you play it by person of like, hey, it's like, dude, I just got burnt by some. Well, you can distract yourself. Okay, yeah, you're not coming. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. That guy.
Send Tinker out on that mission. He could be shooting off fireworks and accidentally burning houses down.
Right, exactly. Get people distracted from the actual attacks and get them distracted with these accidental attacks. So, oops, your house is burning, but I didn't do it on purpose this time.
Can't be mad at me.
Right. You can't prove anything. All right, cool.
Then. Good night, guys.
All right, good night. Later, everyone.
All right.
Later. Thanks for running.